And then we also have had a long-standing relationship in the city of Romulus. It's almost 30 years dating back to the project we did on Van Born Road. So happy to build on that relationship. All right, so why are we looking at this site? How did we come in control of this site? And why is this project proposed here? So many of you will remember about 4 years ago, we own over 500 acres at the intersection of Binding and Wick Road, across the street from the North Point project. When that project was moving forward and coming through council, we said, hey, you know, if they're gonna do it, we'd like to do it on the other side of the street. And what we heard confidently from Planning Commission and council was, not here, not now. And so we looked to find another site. We found a site that's in the city that had the existing M1 zoning in place, that had zoning so we could do the project. The city happened to own, as this project stands, it's 284 acres. 222 was owned by the city of Romulus. So the city put out an RFP for this site. We were identified as the highest bidder. It was solicited as a only industrial project, only M1. So when the land was purchased from the city, it was our intention, and we always have said that this would be, we had, at the time it said 3 buildings, almost 2 million square feet of warehouse. So we were talking 700,000 foot buildings and 3 of them, right? So that was the plan we mentioned to council 4 years ago when we purchased the land. Overall, in that RFP, it said no access to Wick Road, which we have no access to Wick Road. We're maintaining access just to Ecorse Road. We have no access to the railroad. There's no rail-served buildings. And after the city's, so after we purchased the land from the city in September of 2020, we then went and acquired the neighboring parcels. It was a 40-acre parcel to the front, which we often is referred to as the pallet farm. There was another 20-acre vacant field, and we also acquired 3 houses along Ecorse Road. So basically, it took us 3 years, it's now almost 4 years to get to this point, from the initial conversation with the city in terms of acquiring the property to the meeting today for the final special land use vote. Over the last few years, we've been to Planning Commission. We got Planning Commission approval.
Alrighty, through the chair, I'll make a motion for SLU-2023-004 to concur with the recommendation of the Planning Commission and approve the special land use request for the Romulus Distribution Center at 36711 Ecorse Road to allow 2 industrial warehouse buildings larger than 80,000 square feet, based on the findings of the fact noted in the minutes of the Planning Commission and associated consultant and staff reports, and subject to the conditions of the site plan approval.
I second that motion.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley, for the SLU-2023-004 Romulus Distribution Center and 36711 Ecorse Road. If there's no further discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
No.
Ms. Williams?
No.
Ms. Abdo?
No.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, City Council.